Hey, how y'all doing today? Hey, hope all is well with everyone. And we're here, we're live in the flesh, doing what we do best. It is the Lab Tech Show, and we are here to talk tech news. And I can't believe it. I actually started at 8 p.m. on the Dizot. Can you believe that? I just can't believe it. I'm really doing something right today, or at least I feel like it.
Ow.
All right, so we're here to talk tech news, as you guys already know, and basically we're just here to just discuss everything that has happened. Hopefully, you guys had enjoyed your week off, as we did not have a show last week, but we were here to discuss things that have transpired over the last couple of days. So that's what we're here to do. That's what we're here to talk about today. And that's what's going on. So before we get started, don't forget to have your favorite beverage of choice. Mine's Minute Maid, but hopefully you have your glass of wine. You may have your Ice House. You may have your Gatorade. You may have, something. You know what I'm saying.
Hold up.
I'm just saying, just have your something. Um, what I want to tell you, where did it go? It was just right here. Okay, yeah, there it is. My man Lance Tyler. Hey everyone. So let's see if we can get some of these comments to pop up on the screen. Hit the spot says, hey, Rich Vibe. Hey everyone. Lisa Marie. Hi everyone. Lance Tyler. Yo. That's what's up. So, hello, Mama D. Mama D is already famous. All right, that's what I'm talking about. All right, so let's go ahead and get this thing started. I want to talk about this because I was actually shocked. I met them at CES, and I got to find a way to get them on the show. But I met this company called Shokz. Okay, check this out. Let's see if I can get it there. There you go. So these are some headphones, but they don't actually go in your ear. So they actually mailed these to me the other day, and I could not believe that they actually sent them. So I'm gonna see if we can find a way to do a quick unboxing. Oh, here they go. Here go the scissors, and I want to kind of tell you what comes with it or how it looks and stuff like that before we get off into the tech news. All right. So they're called Shokz. I think they run for about $150. Just Google them, YouTube them, or something like that. But they don't go in your actual ear. And you can actually take phone calls with them. You can listen to your music, all that good stuff. So let's see. I don't really want to tear the box up, but it looks like I may just have to do this. We're going to figure out how to do these little unboxings a little bit better. But let's see if I can get it to come up. Yeah, I'm just going to end up having to tear the box up. So, yeah, that's the paper, and then you get this thing called Shokz that's in this black case here, black box, shall we say. Oh, this is pretty interesting. It comes in a case. All right, comes in a case, and you get a USB charging port here, and you get the headphones that come in the case. And then I'm quite sure you get some paperwork to go along with it in the back of the box, of course. And it's for Google Play Store and Apple iStore. So you get all of this. But this is the cool thing. Let me take these headphones out. You put the headphones on, and they sit comfortably on your ear right there, and you can literally hear the music without them going into your ear. So they're not in my actual ear. So this is my ear, and they sit right on the front part of the bone conductor. I don't know that name of that part right there, but yeah, they sit there. Let me take this off. But when I tell you I could have a normal conversation with you and I could still hear the headphones, I still hear the music that was going on, I was pretty impressed. So I talked to one of their representatives at CES, and they had told me how cool they were and what they did. But I was more impressed with the fact that I could hear you without, saying, huh? Say that again. Like I could literally hear the whole conversation. So they're called Shokz, Shokz. That's what they're called. So check those out if you guys are in the market for a pair of headphones. I think this might be the headphones for 2022. There's a whole bunch of headphones that you guys can look into, but I think that's something that you might want to do that's a little different. All right, let me look at these comments real quick. Let's see. You need an overhead shot for the box openings. Yeah, I'll work on that. It says it's called cartilage. Okay, so that's the correct terminology that sits right in front of your ear. Sister Queen is here in the building. Shout out to you. Hello, tall boy, Mama D. So that's what's up. And Lisa Marie says, way cool. So that's what's up. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into our stash stock party of the evening. You guys know what. Man, that is way too loud. I am so sorry. Let's jump into our stash stock party of the evening. You have till 9 p.m. to go ahead and get that. It's called Square. So for the ones that are not familiar with the stash stock party, it's where you can own a piece of incremental stock. If you're not into the stock game, that's perfectly fine. We have the stash stock party. If you look in the description of this video, there is a code where you get a free $20 or $25 once you spend $20 or $25. You don't have to spend it at all right now, but every Wednesday and one day out of the weekend, they offer a stash stock party where you get a piece of incremental stock absolutely free. And tonight's product offering is called Square. So you guys know where you pay with the credit card. You can actually own a piece of this. Now, it's not a whole one stock, but it's a portion of it. And you can keep doing this until you're ready to start investing. And then, like I said, if you like to use my code, by all means, click in the description, and by all means, you can use that and you're good to go. All right. Let's see where we at here. So a couple other comments here is I'm seeing over here is I swear to God, bone conduction technology. Mama D says, can we win some? Let me get them on the show first and let's see what happens. All right. Sister Queen says, I need that. So here was the whole thing. I went out to Vegas for the Consumer Electronics Show. I went out to Vegas for the electronics show, and my whole thing was to be able to capture the content and post on my my other YouTube channel. Unfortunately, the ones who do know, my bags were gone for the were in another city while I was in Vegas. They were in Baltimore, and I got my bags on the last day that I was in Vegas. And the next morning I was on a 6 a.m. flight out. So the next best thing I could do is build the relationships and say, let's see how we can find a way to get some of these companies on. And this is a way to introduce the technology. Instead of asking you to watch the video, you can actually get a chance to talk to them in real time. So please tell a friend to check out the show. And you never know who may be on. These last couple of weeks, some of these companies have been very generous. When I say very generous, they've been giving away product, and that's not what this show was about. We're not here to just give away product, but we're here to just bring more awareness to the show and bring more awareness to their products, and then hopefully you guys would be in tuned and like what you see, and you'd be willing to buy and purchase some of those cool products that are out there. Yeah, so it says, what if you already have stash? Then yeah, if you already have stash, Lance, by all means, you go to Stash Stock Party. You should get a text message from Stash, and you should automatically be able to sign up for Stash Stock. I mean, you should get that text message already if you already have Stash. If not, just go to Stash Stock Party, just Google it, and it's available. Log into your account, and you automatically own that incremental stock. So that's pretty much what it is. You see, Lisa Marie says, exactly, got to be in it and present. Yeah. So my biggest thing is I want you guys to come out here. I want you guys to learn, see what's out there, because quite naturally, we all know who Samsung, we all know who Google is, we all know who LG and Apple is, but you don't know some of these other companies like a Plegium or a Bartesian or a Popple, a Benji Lock, or even a Shokz. You don't know these companies, and they're fighting for the attention of some of these other major companies. Hopefully next week or in the coming weeks, I'll be able to get the car alarm system that's a cup holder called Keep Solid. Hopefully, I think that's the name, Keep Technologies, called Night. Hopefully we'll get a chance to get them onto the show. And they were pretty cool. They were very nice to me because I didn't have any clothes, and they gave me a couple of t-shirts to actually, get through the week. And so I'm definitely humbled and grateful for that. So outside of that, that's what this show is about. It's basically simplifying the tech in a language that you understand, let you know about some cool stories that are going on, that's going to happen in your life, and it's going to transition into reality whether we like it or not, but it's just letting you know so you can be in the know and be informed at the same stuff. Uh, Speaking of Plegium, look, all the women, I know. Plegium, we tried to make sure we had some stuff, but they were nice, and they were nice enough to send some product over my way. Revis Brown says free stuff helps. Yes, it does. But at the end of the day, we're not here to just give away free product. We want you to be more aware of their product. Lisa Marie says, Lance, you swiping away money. Come on now. Come on, Lance. Let's see what else. So with that being said, before we get into the show, let me go ahead and because Plegium was a very cool company, and I really want you guys to check them out. And I hope that you choose to purchase this for any female friend that you have, or ladies, I hope that you get this because this is a solid product. So check this video out, and then we'll jump right into the show. All right.
Most things that happen in life are good things. You're born, you go to school, move to your own place, you live life. But sometimes bad things happen. Your home could get broken into, so you make sure to always lock the door. You could be in a car accident, so you get a car with airbags. But what if you or your loved ones would be assaulted? Do you have a way to protect yourself and the people you love? Over the past few years, we have been developing a revolutionary product that is transforming the way people think about safety. Meet the Smart Pepper Spray. It's a pepper spray that connects to your phone. When you fire the pepper spray, your phone immediately and automatically sends a text message with your location to your emergency contacts. On top of that, your emergency contacts receive an automatic phone call informing them that you are in danger. The Smart Pepper Spray is equipped with a siren to attract attention to the scene of the incident, and it's loud. In fact, it's louder than most standalone personal alarms. The Smart also has 3 very bright strobe LEDs that light up and blink when you fire it to make it much easier to aim in the dark and to disorient the attacker. We've made the Smart Pepper Spray incredibly easy to use. It's automatically connected to your phone. All you have to do is fire it, and all functions activate simultaneously. Despite being packed with all of this functionality, it's really small. And maybe best of all, it's got 4 years of battery life. No charging needed. Oh, and one more thing. We think you'll love the price. Get your Plegium Smart Pepper Spray today and live life to its fullest.
All right, guys. So make sure you guys check that out. Plegium.com. Use code Tallboy for 25% off. You have until the 28th for that code to still be active. All right. It's funny because Hit the Spot says it's loud. It is loud. It's very loud. So somebody that's trying to attack you or attempting to attack you, if you fire that off, that's definitely going to be a deterrent. So I hope that you guys use that. I have something like that for my daughter, and something, I'm not sure what it says, but hopefully you guys take advantage of that, because that promo ends next month. And then we have some other promos that ends on the 28th. And we have some other products that have given us some promo codes as well. So hopefully you guys will take advantage of that, and I'll talk about it towards the end of the show. All right, so without further ado, let's jump into the stories. IRS, come on now. I told you guys last time, I think it was on the 9th, that we were no longer going to be doing the facial recognition. I think there was so much backlash that they said that there would not be, they would not do it. So with that being said, originally the government agency had planned to use the third-party identity verification provider ID.me as part of its efforts to require taxpayers to create new online accounts. But because of the backlash, the IRS reversed course despite its $86 million contract with the firm. So my question is, do the facial recognition company, do they get to keep that 86 million, or do they have to give that back? Now, that's a lot of money that the IRS gave up to use this facial recognition. Now that the IRS has announced that the taxpayers that don't want to submit biometric data to sign up for an online account with the government agency will now have another option to verify their identities. And basically, they're saying that taxpayers will now be able to verify their identities via a live virtual interview to create an account with the IRS on their website. So this is a short-term solution. So I'm pretty sure they're going to find a way, maybe not this year, maybe not next year, but that facial recognition is coming soon. It says, in addition to virtual interviews with the IRS agents, taxpayers will still have the option to verify their identity automatically through ID.me's self-assistance tool if they choose. And basically, new requirements have been put in place for those that choose this option to ensure that the images that they provide are deleted after their account has been created. Any existing biometric data from taxpayers that have already been created an IRS online account will be permanently deleted over the course of the next few weeks. So if you've already created this, they're going to delete everything out, and you don't have to worry about it. So this is something that you guys might want to pay attention to. I don't know what happened with the screen, why it froze up. Uh-oh, something's not right. Let's figure this out. I don't know why that faded into that article there. This is why you have a backup plan. But stand by with me 1 second as I try to figure this out. Let's see here. But what are your thoughts on this while I figure this out? I would love to hear your comments. Hear your thoughts in the comments. I know Lisa Marie and Mama D said no, they weren't with that. And they weren't feeling that situation at all. And now it looks like, or it seems like, you're going to get your wish. Let's see if I can get that back up on the screen. There we go. Let's see. There we go. Thanks, Lance, for stopping by. I definitely appreciate it. Let's see. Better have something in fine print, or that money is spent. No more facial recognition. Ladies with too much may have a problem. I knew that wasn't going to happen. Okay. And I think, yeah, that's pretty much it. All right. And I think Lance is talking about his Plegium got messed up. So we're going to figure out how to get Lance another Plegium. All right. His was kind of messed up. But anyway, let's get back to this article at hand. As I was saying, the new requirements have been put in place for those that have New requirements have been put in place for those that chose this option to ensure that the images that they provided are deleted after their account has been created. Meanwhile, any existing biometric data from taxpayers that have already been created an IRS online account will be permanently deleted over the course of the next few weeks. So the IRS remains intent on having taxpayers verify their identities to access its online services, which is why the government agency is developing its own authentication tool. So this is going to happen. They're going to find a way to do a better job at authenticating and making sure you are who you are. So just keep that in mind. Um, so it's just a short-term solution, but the I think they're going to do like something with virtual interviews. And the problem with the virtual interviews, and I'm not trying to be funny with this at all, when you do these virtual interviews, you have to have a live agent showing that it's you. But the problem is, if everybody's logged on to the website at the same time, you're waiting on the actual agent to verify you. That's going to be long wait times. And the thing is, you're going to say, I don't have time. You're going to be frustrated. So even though they're doing it virtually, like a Zoom, make sure it's you verify yourself. I mean, this is going to cause a problem. So keep that in mind. So they said while this is in place for the filing season, while it's in place for the filing, while this short-term solution is in place for this year's filing season, the IRS will work closely with partners across the government to roll out login.gov and as an authentication tool. The General Services Administration is currently working with the IRS to achieve the security and standards and scale required of login.gov, with the goal moving toward introducing this option after the 2022 filing deadline. So next year they're going to come up with a better solution. So I think there was a lot of backlash that took place this year, and maybe the world is, or maybe America is not ready for this right now. That's perfectly fine, but just know that it's coming. Even though the IRS is moving away from using ID.me, this tax season is likely to be quite tedious for taxpayers who also still need to worry about tax-related identity theft. So just keep in mind that this is going to happen, okay? So be prepared. Even if you don't want to do the facial recognition, just keep in mind there will be long wait times when they do the virtual interviews. So even though you don't want to do the facial recognition next year, you might say the facial recognition may not be as bad because they're going to delete your biometrics after you verify yourself. Now, we all know the government is known for doing what they want to do. So that could be something that you have to factor in and say, is this something that I want to really deal with? So if you have patience, pack your patience. I'm just saying that now. Pack that patience, and then you'll be all right. All right, let's look at the comments here. Right, like Reva said, they don't scrap nothing. It's coming. And then I did not like the idea either. Oh, you don't like the virtual interviews. Well, they have to find a better way of making sure your identity is what it is. So it's going to come with a human agent, which is going to be long. Like, they're not going to hire a whole bunch of people just to verify that it's you. So basically, they're going to probably get 5 people to work in that office and say you're dedicated to the virtual interviews. You know that that's going to happen. You know it's going to happen. So I mean, all I can tell you is this is coming, whether we like it or not. That's all I'm going to say. So just be prepared. It's going to be facial recognition in one form or the other. That's right, Revis. You are exactly right. So just be prepared. Be prepared. That's all. That's all I can really tell you. Let me ask you a question. How many people are renters? Like, do you guys actually rent where you guys stay at? Like, who actually rents? That's the question that I want to know. Who rents? Put in the comments if you rent, or are you a homeowner? Let me know if you're a homeowner or if you rent. So if you rent, check this out. The FCC has new rules bringing broader choice of internet providers for renters. So this is something that it actually might be kind of cool because when you rent from a place, they tell you that they only have one or maybe two internet providers, and basically the FCC is stirring up competition between the internet service providers that service apartments. Most Americans who live in apartments only have one choice of internet providers. Oftentimes, it's neither the best nor the cheapest option. Um, Basically, the FCC is forcing broadband providers to disclose any sort of exclusive marketing agreements between landlords and tenants. And it is also banning any sale and leaseback agreements where a landlord exclusively leases from one provider. When will these changes occur? They'll go sometime into effect sometime this year. Once in effect, renters can choose any internet provider that services their area, and landlords will not be allowed to interfere. This freedom of choice will shake up the current competition between providers. It can even make service available to those who don't have internet access. Now, this is the cool thing about this whole interview. This whole article. Um, it increases the competition. Now, the internet bill, you got to think, a lot of people are working from home. So, but if all you have is AT&T, all you have is Comcast, all you have is Spectrum, that's all you have. You're locked into whatever they say it is, and there's nothing that you can do about it. Now they're going to say, all right, well, you have three or four different providers. Now you make the competition to where maybe our internet bills will go a little bit lower. Now, I'm not telling you to go out and go buy Google Fiber or go out and buy fiber internet, but you now have a chance to say a lot of people are cutting the cord, so you're going to increase your internet your bandwidth, but at the same token, you're not locked into whatever that rate is that they're telling you that you have to pay. So that's just something to think about. I asked who was renting. Lisa Marie says, I'm renting. Reva said he's a renter. Yeah, so this is Tech Troublemaker says one issue is so many places have only one provider. So correct. So that's the whole purpose of the FCC stirring this all up, saying no, 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 no. You're not going to come in and you're not going to be able to lock these folks in. So here is a little what the FCC chair Jessica Rosenworcel had to say about it. It says 1 in 3 people in this country live in an apartment, condominium, public housing, mobile home park, or other multi-tenant environments. In too many of these places, broadband choice can be especially hard to find. There's often only one provider, and that means those who live there can wind up paying higher prices for lower quality services. So that literally eliminates all of that. If you read that little part right there where it says right above SEC Chair Jessica Rosenworcel, this changes the game. I mean, honestly, when you think about it, this really changes the game. Now, AT&T, Comcast, Spectrum, Google Fiber, they have to make prices very competitive. I mean, that's just what it is, and that's what it's going to end up boiling down to, whether they like it or not. So, what are your thoughts on that? Let me know. Do you like this deal? Do you like this opportunity that is being presented here? Um, Let me know your thoughts. I mean, the ones that are renting, do you like the fact that you get now another opportunity? Because you may have Comcast and they may say, well, we offer you 10 megs up, but we can't give you fiber. But AT&T may be nearby, and you can now get fiber because AT&T is in that area. But what a lot of these companies have done is they've literally said, hey, we're going to lock in with you when you come into the apartment complex, and we're going to say we're going to do this deal with you. We're going to pay you an upfront sum of money. Let's just say it's $1 million for us to be the exclusive provider for the internet. And when they tell you, well, you can only use Comcast, that's all you can use. And then now, guess who gets that kickback? That's not fair. So just something to think about. I want you guys to just know that some changes are happening. The FCC is seeing what's happening. And with a lot of people working from home right now, I think that this is a great opportunity for you to get better pricing and get a better opportunity of getting something that you like or something that's more suitable for your needs. All right. Well, with that being said, let's go over here to, well, I had it. I don't know where it went. Where did it go? I just had it. There we go. Hey, y'all. It's the Lab Tech Show. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I need you to follow me. You know why? It's pretty cool. It's a tech show. We have some great content on here. Will you like, subscribe, and tell a friend? That's all I need. Look, on YouTube, we got 88 followers. Will you help me get to 100? Will you tell somebody about this show? I'm trying to create micro content. It's coming real soon. And don't forget, we have probably the only hottest tech show that's out here on a Wednesday night. So follow us on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. All right, it's the Lab Tech Show. All right, that's what's up. So the Lab Tech Show, I got 88 followers. I need to get to 100. Now, let me tell you what this 100 does. All right, when I get to 100 followers, I can then now have a direct link. So instead of just sending out a regular link, it can now be youtube.com/the Lab Tech Show. Now, we haven't been able to monetize the show yet, so you're more than welcome to hit the Cash App in that top corner with Tallboy Enterprises, PayPal, Venmo. I'm not on Venmo, I'm on Zelle. But you're more than welcome if you like to donate to the show. But by all means, before I can monetize on YouTube, you need 1,000 followers. So small steps, just trying to get to 100. The Lab Tech Show will be a direct link to where anybody can find it if you just type in youtube.com/whatever it may be. So once I get to 100, I'll be able to do a little bit more creativity with the show. All right. Revis says competition is good. Yeah, competition is good for everyone. It brings out fair play. Yep. So Miss Lisa Marie says, oh, this is so cool. I love it. I don't know if it's the music or if it's the opportunity to have better internet services. All right, check this out real quick. We had Dina Gazarian onto the show, and this was the last show of 2021, and she had some great products. And I want you guys to, if you are looking for a surge protector, if you're looking to find a way to clean your TV or your monitors, they have the Clean and Protect, or the HDMI cables. I got to get Dina back on so she can talk more about the surge protector and the Clean and Protect. But the HDMI cables, she spoke in depth about why having those high quality cables were good. And basically, you guys have to the end of the month to be able to get 20% off of all of their products. So February 28th, I believe that's the end. You got to use Tallboy20 for that code. All right. So upon checkout, use Tallboy20, and whether it's the Clean and Protect, the Surge Protector, or the HDMI cables, you guys can take advantage of those products. So hopefully you guys will appreciate that and hopefully take advantage of it as well. All right. So check that out. Austere.com. Use code Tallboy20 for 20% of their product. All right. Lisa Marie says your promo. She said let's see, what did she say? Oh, that's so cool. She loves it. Hit that like button. That's right. Hit that like button, tech troublemaker. Yep. And the notifications button. I only go live once a week, and I'm probably going to do some more short form content coming up in the next 2 or 3 months. Just trying to just get some things taken care of on the back end that I think you guys will like by hopefully by the end of the second quarter. All right, so that's what we're trying to do. All right, let's move on to our third story. I don't know which story I want to really do. Okay, we're going to do this one here. Um, let's see if I can find it. So, for all the ones who know of someone that has an old school flip phone, hopefully they got rid of it. It's probably only the seniors or people who are very stubborn and just like what they like and don't care about the technology. But it could be somebody who has a Kindle or somebody that has an alarm system. But these cell phone providers, they're really trying to push 5G. And with that being said, AT&T has said this week they're shutting it down on their end. So this is going to happen whether we like it or not. So please, please, please take advantage of, and you should have been notified by this by now. If you are an AT&T customer, if you're a T-Mobile or a Verizon customer or a Cellular One customer, they'll probably let you know in the next, whenever that time comes, that they're going to be shutting down their network. So basically, they're shutting down the network. What do you need to know? They said last year, AT&T announced that it would be shutting down its 3G network in February, impacting a range of users across consumer and enterprise groups. That shutdown is set to occur tomorrow, February 22nd. So that was yesterday, 2/22/22. And now, with it officially being shut down, unless you're on an internet connection, you're probably not going to be able to have cell phone service while you're out there. Basically, devices that do not have at least 4G capabilities will no longer receive data or voice services. This impacts any device with a cellular connection, including smartphones, flip phones, and much more. Basically, it notes that prepaid subscribers using a phone without support for voice over LTE will need to upgrade to a new device as well. And to find out if your device will be supported after the 3G shutdown, you can visit the AT&T support article that is on here. So if you want to check out this article or any other articles, it's in the description of the YouTube description. And you can click on that article and it's already there for you for your leisure. AT&T says that the iPhone 6 and newer will continue working on its network following this 3G shutdown. They said when they shut down the network, there won't be a data or voice service for devices that don't have at least the 4G capabilities. And they said some device features might still work, but you won't be able to access the network unless you upgrade to a newer device. That's interesting. Your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts on that? Let me know. Let's see. Terrence Clark says, "What's popping?" I should have recorded this. My uncle has a 5G flip phone. So if he has a 5G flip phone, he's okay. It's the ones that have the 3G flip phone. So those are like those old Nokias, Nextels, just the people that are, the StarTechs, those old school phones. Curious, what will happen with 3G is dead? It's used to be, they used to push you down to 3G when you used up your data on 4GE. So tech troublemaker, here's the thing. They're trying to push everyone to 5G. So when you use up your data, they're going to push you down to 4G. Now, let's keep this in mind. Let's just be honest here. 5-6 years ago, 3G was fine. But now we live in a world where everybody wants instant access. They want it all in a snap, right? Like they just want everything. They want it done. So unfortunately, though they built the towers, a lot of us thought, even I thought that COVID had something to do with the 5G towers, but it didn't really have anything to do. It was just a conspiracy theory. But they really want to be able to push that broadband and push that internet 5G. They just feel like it's going to speed things up and it's going to give you that instant access. Now, 4G is what a lot of people have been on, so we're okay with that. But now, going into 2022, going into 2023, when you click on an article or when you click on something, excuse me, and you're on the internet, you want it fast. Now, I don't know if you've been out of the country and you're using internet service, or if you're on a cruise and they give you 3G service when you use the internet. I don't know if you've been in a situation like that, but if you have, that 3G is nothing like 4G. It's nothing like 5G. It is slow. And it's like I'm trying to upload a video. I'm trying to upload a photo. I'm trying to log onto a website. And it's just literally ticking, 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 ticking. And then all of a sudden, it finally loads up. And it's like, that's 30 seconds, a minute and a half of my time is now gone. People don't want that. People want instant access. So unfortunately, I mean, it's time to let it go. I mean, it's just, you gotta let it go. Revis says Nextel was the joint. It was Chirp Me. Yeah. Money grab, no real discount on new phones when they cut the network. Actually, they were giving away phones, but of course, when they were giving away the phones, it was only the cheaper ones. The Samsung A52, I think the OnePlus, not the OnePlus 9, but it was the other version. And then LG discontinued their services, so there's no cheaper iPhones, but I know for sure the Samsung and the OnePlus, I think it was like the N9220 or something like that. Don't quote me on that number. I just know it was just the cheaper version of the OnePlus. So they were giving away phones if you came into T-Mobile, Verizon, or T-Mobile and AT&T, and you got the information, right? So if you got the text message that said come in, they would swap you out a free phone. Now, it's not going to be the latest and greatest Samsung 22. No, it's not going to be that. It's not going to be, the iPhone 14 or 13. It's not going to be that. But they're going to give you a phone to where at least it gets you up to speed. Back to the article. It says, let me see if I can find that down here. Here we go. There we go. The network shutdowns impact more than just smartphones and cell phones. Amazon, for instance, has informed some Kindle owners that their devices will no longer have cellular access following these shutdowns. Select Tesla cars, believe it or not, select Tesla cars with built-in cellular features will also lose connection, impacting things like infotainment features, mobile app capabilities, and roadside assistance. Over the weekend, a report from CNBC said the detailed that COVID-19 pandemic and supply chain disruptions have also impacted the ability of some companies to meet the February 22nd shutdown deadline. Notably, this includes alarm systems and personal emergency response systems that many seniors rely on to live independently. So unfortunately, the supply chain has really messed up a lot of things. But it wasn't just cell service. So remember the Kindle, the alarm systems, and even some of those, the emergency response systems that relied on 3G. So a filing with the FCC last week indicated that groups such as the Alarm Industry Communications Committee is pushing for a delay in the shutdown of 3G networks. The group said that it would be tragic if tens and millions of citizens being protected by 3G alarm radios and other devices to be put at risk of death or serious injury. I think that's stretching it, but they do have a point by shutting down AT&T's 3G network without implementing a solution. Despite the pushback, AT&T just basically said we're shutting this thing down. So whether whether you like it or not, it is what it is. So it's unfortunate, but 3G. It's over for AT&T. Now, it's going to happen with T-Mobile and Verizon coming up very soon. So, like I said, this is probably a small fraction of people. I think it's more people with alarm systems and Kindles. This is just me personally thinking out loud. I may be wrong, but I think that it's more people with Kindles and alarm systems, and somebody that may be on some type of emergency response system or something like that. I think that might be more effective, but I mean, you've been given notice last year, so you had all the way up until February of this year. I think we started talking about this in October of last year, so you've had over 90 days to get this kind of resolved. So I feel them. I'm not saying it's right, I'm not saying it's wrong, I'm just saying something needs to be done. Are there any secondary companies? What is he saying? Is there any secondary companies that will have 3G service? Everyone's trying to phase out 3G, Terrence. That's Tez, by the way. Everybody's trying to phase out 3G because everybody wants to go into the 5G phase, and you're paying more to keep those towers up. So, I mean, quite naturally, we as the consumers want to keep the cost down. If you keep the 3G, the 4G, and the 5G towers, that's going to cost more money. And these carriers don't want to pay for that. If I'm correct, don't quote me on the year, but I'll just say the early 2000s is when 3G came out. So now we're in 2022. I want to say it was 2004, 2007. I'm not sure. We talked about this a couple of weeks ago, and we also talked about this last year. Where they said that 3G was created back in 2004 or 2007, but now you're in 2022. It's time for time for a new phase. So it's kind of like your cell phones. You can't use that same flip phone. Your video game system, for the ones who played Atari, the graphics on Atari is not the same as the graphics that's on the Xbox or the PlayStation 5. I mean, who would play Atari in today's world? You want better graphics. So, I mean, who's going to continue to keep those servers up? It costs money to be able to do that. So, unfortunately, these carriers are saying time to shut it down. Don't forget, the entire Internet of Things and smart city markets will be affected. Yeah, that's true, Thad. But in all fairness, they made this announcement last year. And it's like, everybody knows Thad is from Park Inn Cycles. We had him on the show. And if Thad has his, I don't want to say it wrong, Thad, but your parking solution, your bike parking solution, if it was on a 3G network, and you knew about this last year, why would you not start implementing 4G, or at least saying, how do I future-proof myself for 5G? So, I mean, I kind of see what AT&T is saying, but I also hear at the same token what is needed. You can't forever be on this. The pandemic is going to eventually end. We can't forever live through the pandemic. We have to learn how to cope with it. 3G cannot be here forever. We have to move forward. So, I mean, I think that there's a time limit, but when the time limit hits, unfortunately, that supply chain did come and it got disrupted. But I mean, we still got to find a way to keep it moving. That's just my personal thoughts. I may be wrong, but clearly AT&T is saying that it's over with. Let me see. Defense for life. I'm not sure what that means. Yes, Thad. Lisa Marie agrees with you, Thad. Revis he agrees with you. Um, but Frogger was the bomb. It was, but I mean, would you play Frogger right now in today's graphics world on Atari? Like, who has an Atari in their house now? Like, the latest that you're probably going to go back is probably a PlayStation 3 or a Nintendo, maybe a Wii. But how many people are going to go back to the Sega Genesis? Like, I know we're going off topic here, but I mean, how many people are really just, I mean, unless you're a true gamer, 3G cannot just stay forever. So I know I'm talking about gaming and I'm talking about 3G versus 5G, but what I'm saying is, even though Thad loves Frogger, you're one of the small percentage people that love that generation of Atari, but the graphics and the technology has advanced so far that most people have gotten rid of that system and they've gone over to the new system. That's it. So 3G, it's been out since 2004. We're now in 2022. And please, if I got the year wrong, don't beat me up over it. But in the early 2000s, it was here. We're now in 5G. Like I said, go get on a cruise. Go out of the country and use your cellular network and get on 3G. You're going to be like, it's too slow. You're not going to like it. I'm just trying to tell you. You're not going to want it. So I'm just saying. All right, guys. If I could, I would. All right. So here we go. Let's see what we have here. Are you looking for new content? Have you cut the cord? We got weekly episodes of The Lab, Old School Tuesday Turn Up, and I even have a cooking show called Hit the Spot. Check it out. It's on Roku and it's on Amazon Fire. I'm trying to tell you, we're trying to find ways to create great content. I'm just trying. You already cut the cord. It's weekly episodes of the Lab Tech Show. I'm trying to get more shows to come on, so if I find some more people that like to create content and they have some good product, I'll add them here. But TBE Media, if you have a Roku TV or you have Amazon Fire Stick, check out TBE Media. That's it, TBE Media. That's it. We're on Roku, we're on Amazon Fire. Download the channel, check it out. I'm pretty sure you will like it. It's the Lab. He says, what am I using for sound effects?
Ow.
What am I using? There's a website and I don't have it. Shoot me a message on Facebook Messenger, Tech Troublemaker, and I'll see if I can find it within the next 2 days and find it for you. They have a list of sound effects. Like it's a plethora. It's a plethora of sound effects, and I just put them in my Stream Deck, and I just hit the button, the corresponding button, and I go from there.
Hold up.
So let me see. Well, I'm not gonna play that one, but
Thank you for coming. I'll see you in hell.
So we have a couple of those.
Coronavirus! Shit is real! Shit is getting real! Shit is real!
Are you done? Are you done?
Yeah. So basically, they have a plethora of sound effects. Let me find the link, and then you can put them into your streaming system, or you can put them into your Stream Deck, and then whatever you feel is what is good for you, you'll be good to go. All right.
Watch this.
All right. So with that being said, that's the last of that one. We have one more article that I wanted to talk about, and I don't see it in the system. Give me 1 second. That's quite interesting why I don't have that one here. Basically, you have anybody that is looking to go to college and trying to maximize the opportunities of college? Well, I may have an opportunity. If you're willing to go to this college, you might actually like what is being presented. Let's see if I can find this here real quick. And I think this might be something that you could probably, petition for the colleges that are coming up in the near future. This is something that you could present. Let's see. I'm not a Mac fan. I'm not an iPad fan. Y'all know I'm not. Y'all know I don't care for this kind of stuff. But there is a college called, let's see if we can find it. It's called Bowdoin College. They're located in Maine. I actually had to do some research on these guys. Basically, let's see. They're giving students access to some of the latest Apple technology. The college's Digital Excellence Committee will provide each incoming student with a 13-inch M1 MacBook Pro and an iPad Mini. No, excuse me, a 13-inch M1 MacBook Pro, an iPad Mini, and an Apple Pencil. Students are receiving these devices at either orientation or when the fall semester begins. Like, that's so cool. Like, I wish they offered that when we were in college. They didn't do that then. So check this out. So this is their press release that they have here. See if we can get this to, oh, it's not gonna pull up. That's not good. I can't pull that up. Give me 1 second here. I didn't know that was going to do that. So give me 1 second while I try to figure that part out right there, and we'll read the press release. That's 94. Let's see here. So what are your thoughts on that? That's pretty cool. You get an iPad Mini, an Apple Pencil, and you also get a MacBook Pro just for going to college. So here's the article. This is their press release on their website. Let's see. They're beginning in fall of 2022. This is when this is going to happen. The cost of the program will be covered entirely by Bowdoin. I hope I'm saying their name right. Bowdoin students. Let's see here. Here we go. Bowdoin students, they said during the pandemic, they witnessed firsthand the power of common technology platform for teaching and learning, along with the substantial and differential benefits that come with the combination of a laptop and iPad with an Apple Pencil. And that all came from the president of Bowdoin. Bowdoin students, faculty, and staff have been engaged with digital technology and tools for decades, and the COVID-19 pandemic has only amplified the importance of these digital skills. Basically, in summer of 2020, the college issued each student an iPad Pro Wi-Fi Plus cellular, while initially intended to ensure that every student had the tools necessary for learning in the remote environment caused by the pandemic. The experience of Bowdoin students and faculty with iPad Pro and Apple Pencil during the past 18 months spurred numerous and unexpected learning and teaching innovations. All right, that sounds fancy and all, but they said at the same time, there has been the recognition that students and faculty continue to rely on laptops for important aspects of their academic work, in particular discipline-specific software and other needs, and that an inequity of access to these tools creates a challenge for students and faculty. So, I mean, this is pretty cool. They're giving away all this stuff. And then, so here's the cool part. Here's all the requirements that are right here that you get. So the common questions, but it's like, do you get to keep the equipment when they graduate? So if you graduate, you have the option to pay $1 to keep the equipment when you graduate. So keep in mind, you're getting a fresh laptop, you're getting a fresh iPad, and a fresh Apple Pencil. And when you graduate, you only pay $1 and you get to keep all of this. Now, y'all know how much a MacBook Pro retails for, an Apple Pencil retails for, and how much an iPad Pro retails for. And for $1, and all you got to do is graduate. Now, don't get me wrong, you got student loans to pay back, but I mean, that is a nice gift to give back. So, I mean, I'm just throwing that out. So, let's see. Sister Queen says she's not feeling well. Okay, I'll check on you a little bit later. Thank you so much. Hopefully you will feel better. Let's see. Mama D says they're done. I don't understand what this means, but she says, let's see what she says here. They're done too, except 4 at this time. So it's the parents' problem now. I don't understand. What is that? Sounds like a plan. Pull them. I'm not understanding what you guys are saying. Mama D, me too, but now the grandbabies. I'm not sure. But basically, this might be something to look into. But, I mean, I think all colleges should give you something. I mean, outside of a degree and you dancing across the stage, you should get something out of it. And I think Bowdoin is doing something very nice. One of the other cool requirements that they have here that they're offering is, let's see, at the bottom here, it says, do they retain access to the licensed software when they graduate? Students will retain access to the standard Apple software, but not specific licensed software that's going to the college. The students will receive their equipment at orientation or when they get to the college. And then basically you get the standard MacBook and iPad coverage, which includes up to 2 incidents of accidental damage protection, priority access to Apple experts by chat, and then the option to bring them to any Apple store or Apple authorized service provider. So that's pretty cool. I can't with you guys. You guys are so hilarious. This one, Revis, boy, I swear, Revis, you are hilarious, man. He says, I'm going to open up a school for slow people, and I'm going to call it the 3G School for the Educationally Challenged, free 3G stuff. Hey, look, you might be able to work out a deal with Apple, too. All right, kids going to college. So this is something that, in all honesty, colleges should offer something, whether it's, I'm not saying it's got to be a MacBook. I'm not saying it's got to be an Apple product. I'm just saying that you should be able, you should be able to, offer something. That's all. That's it. So that's pretty much it. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this evening. Any other comments or questions that you guys have? As you guys know, I went to the concert last week to go see New Edition, Charlie Wilson. And as you can see, I don't know if you've been paying attention, I've been rocking this Jodeci hat. So I was kind of hesitant on getting this hat because I just couldn't see myself spending the kind of money that I spent for this hat. But when I Googled the hat, and I said, I'm going to find it cheaper. They wanted $200 for this hat on eBay. And I was able to get it for a quarter of the price at the concert. So I was not happy for spending the money, number one, but at the same token, it was one of those situations where it was like, hey, you'd be better off getting it now as opposed to fooling around and not getting it at all, and then you would have to pay for it on eBay. And they came to our respective city, and that's what ended up happening. So like I said, this is the Lab Tech Show. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed it. And like I said, we try to keep this show at a respectable time limit. And I definitely appreciate you guys. So don't forget to follow us on social media. Don't forget to check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at the Lab Tech Show. And if you would like to support, you can always hit me with a financial donation. And then these are the respective donations that come across the screen. I'm going to create some type of promo for that or something like that for this to go on. So that's about it. Let's see. What is the comments? As always, I learned about the renter's internet options. Yeah, there you go. So it's coming. It's not here yet, but it's coming by, I would say give it by July. By July, you could be probably looking at another internet provider. So here's the thing. They try to lock you into a 1-year contract. So if your contract is about to be up, pay that monthly fee, because when that comes in, you won't have to worry about breaking that contract. And then you'll be in a situation where you have to pay that contract fee and say, I got to wait till next year. So just keep that in mind. So if you don't know when your contract is up, just keep that in mind. So then that way you won't be in a position where, you're locked into it for the year and then you just pay a couple, what is it? You just pay it for, whatever the regular rate may be. And then you opt out of your current, internet provider and go to somewhere else. All right. So just keep that in mind. Let's see. It's all I can afford. I don't know what that means. Maybe he hit the Cash App or something. I appreciate you if you did. Good night, all. Checking out. Mama D's not feeling good? Oh, Lord. That's not good. All right. So with that being said, it's the Lab. Make sure you tell a friend. Remember, I got 88. I don't know how many followers I have now, but I have 88 now, and I'm trying to get to 100. So next week, I'm going to challenge everybody to invite at least 2 people to just come hang out with us over here on YouTube at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific. Ask them to watch. Do a little watch party. Get a glass of wine. Get your favorite beverage. I didn't even drink mine today, but get your favorite beverage and hang out with us. You never know who I may have on the show next week. And don't forget, if you guys are interested in the smart pepper spray from Plegium, use code TALLBOY for 25% off. Austere, they have their products. Use TALLBOY20 for that code. And then I think Popple, if you go to popple.co, popl.co, that, remember that business card that's on the wristband or on the digital card, you could use Tallboy and you get 20% off over there. So those are the 3 products that we currently have current promotions happening on the show. And hopefully you guys enjoyed. All right. Y'all be good. And I look forward to seeing you guys, hopefully, well, it should not be hopefully, but God willing, next week. All right. So with that being said, see if I can find it. Y'all be good. All right.